Hello, West Penetone is pleased to participate with your organization in presenting you this video. Our goal is to help you better understand the importance of your role in the cleaning and disinfecting process, and to make your work as simple and safe as possible. Our presentation is divided into 7 sections: microbiology, basic principles of chemistry, the importance of recommended concentrations, sanitizers and disinfectants, cleaning, equipment, and safety. Did you know that every day, thousands of people become sick and even die because they've been in contact with bacteria and viruses that we also call pathogenic germs? Many of them have been in contact with food made in a plant like yours. Your mission is to help us eliminate these germs. Your role is extremely vital in keeping consumers' health. You have an extremely important role to play in keeping the plant and your product free of germs. Good luck, and remember, you have an important mission. In a plant, there are different types of soils, those visible and those not visible, that is, germs. Remember that just because we don't see them doesn't mean they're not dangerous. Germs can present themselves in different forms: viruses, bacteria, yeasts, and molds. The risk of infection from these bacteria is enormous. The most well-known bacteria are Salmonella, which we also call washroom disease. It is most often spread because of poorly washed hands and cross-contamination between raw and cooked food. E. coli, which is also called hamburger disease. This is most often spread by poorly washed equipment, such as grinders, or equipment that needs to be dismantled. Germs can be found in many places, such as ventilation systems, floors, walls, ceilings, conveyors, equipment, processed food, and even on yourself. Never forget that if you touch a contaminated surface, you will transfer germs to another surface as soon as you touch it. Without knowing it, you can help spread germs to non-contaminated surfaces. Germs multiply extremely quickly in a favorable environment depending on humidity level, oxygen level, and temperature. One cell can therefore multiply to 1 billion in 10 hours. As you can see, your work is a very important step for your health in addition to that of the consumer of your products. We use chemical products to help us clean and disinfect. The following is an explanation of the importance of different products and how they behave. In your plant, there are 2 large categories of chemical products: cleaners and disinfectants. Cleaners are broken down into 2 groups: alkalines and acids. Each group cleans or removes different types of soils. First, there are acids that remove inorganic soil from non-animal sources, such as rust and scale. Then there are the alkalines, which are used to remove any organic soils from animal sources such as blood, fat, meat on surfaces, or cooked deposits. Acids have a pH of 0 to 7, and alkalines have a pH of 7 to 14. The lower the pH is, say close to 1, the more acid the product is. The higher the pH is, say close to 14, the more alkaline it is. If you use a product that is too strong or not compatible with aluminum, for example, here is what can happen. The product attacks the aluminum, perforates it, and unpleasant odors are released. Did you know that water has a pH of 7? That's neutral. And cola has a pH of 3.5. That's more acidic. The further the pH is from 7, upward or downward, the more the product becomes aggressive and thus more dangerous when coming in contact with skin. To remove dried protein deposits on surfaces, use an alkaline product. The alkaline will dissolve the protein, which can be easily rinsed off with water. To remove scale or rust on equipment, use an acid product. The acid dilutes these deposits, which can then also be rinsed with water. Standard acid products used in plants are Weedak, Prompt, or Ridstone. Alkaline products are Foamies, Foamies C100, which contains chlorine, Foamies HD, or Premise Degreaser Plus. A combination of these products can be used. You must always be cautious when using chemical products. With necessary precautions, a chemical product is not dangerous. Care is to be taken when handling these products in order to avoid potential accidents. It is important to be very careful when mixing 2 or more products. It is preferable to mix 2 products in water. There are 2 combinations that you must never make. Never mix a chlorinated product with an acid, because this will cause a violent reaction and produce a very toxic chlorinated gas. Never mix a strong alkaline to hot water, because there will be a quick and strong burst of heat. If you mix an alkaline product with an acid, you are neutralizing or inactivating the 2 products, and they will become non-effective. In some cases, when mixing the incompatible liquid products, they will solidify, or in other cases, some ingredients may just separate from the mixture. On the positive side, mixing some products can improve their detergent power or improve certain characteristics of the product. For example, when you add chlorine to an alkaline product, the product will remove bloodstains more readily. As mentioned previously, it is extremely important to work with the recommended dilution rates from the manufacturer for the following reasons. For your and the plant personnel's safety, an improperly diluted product can be very aggressive for skin or eyes. The recommended dilution rate ensures that the product will not harm the surface you are cleaning. The use of a wrong product or of a product that is too concentrated can damage surfaces. Since plant equipment is worth dozens and even hundreds of thousands of dollars, it is mandatory to take precautionary measures to protect it. Please note that some products are sneaky in the sense that there is no immediate reaction with skin, but over a period of time, they cause burns or skin irritation. You must therefore always rinse skin with water when it has come into contact with a chemical product. An increase in concentration does not necessarily improve the performance of a product. In some cases, this can even reduce performance while incurring additional expenses. For example, the addition of chlorine to an alkaline product will improve the product's ability to remove blood and also gives a whitening effect to the surface. But this same mixture becomes corrosive on steel, and the solution rapidly becomes ineffective. In addition, when chlorine is added to an alkaline product, chlorine loses all its disinfecting qualities and becomes inefficient against germs. If you encounter any difficulties in cleaning a surface or equipment, talk to your supervisor. The use of a non-diluted product is generally not the solution. The goal of a disinfectant is to kill all residual microorganisms once the cleaning process has been completed, even though all proper cleaning procedures have been followed. Conditions to respect for an efficient use of a disinfectant are the following. Ensure that there are no deposits left on surfaces, as the sanitizer will not be effective if it doesn't come in direct contact with the germs. Use the right concentration. Apply at the right temperature, since some disinfectants are more effective at high temperatures. Leave the product on the surface long enough to kill the germs. In many cases, the disinfectant is a no-rinse, meaning that you must not rinse it with water after application. You should know the pH of water and of surfaces. Generally, a disinfectant is more effective in a low-acid environment with a pH of 5 to 6.5. The harder the water, that is, that it contains mineral salts, the less effective the disinfectant. In very hard water, that is, when the pH is 8 to 9, you must add an acid to water to reduce the pH. This will allow the sanitizer to do its job. Generally, it is preferable to know the types of microorganisms you are trying to kill. Certain disinfectants are more effective on specific types of germs. Normally, a quaternary ammonium compound, usually called a quat, is used for disinfecting. However, in order to ensure the microorganisms don't build up resistance or mutate to a disinfectant, a second or even third disinfectant can be alternately used. An acid, chlorine, iodine, glutaraldehyde are all recognized disinfectants. We recommend that the following equipment always be worn when working with chemicals: boots, coveralls, a coat, a hard hat, gloves, safety glasses, and any other necessary protection. We are now at the cleaning and sanitizing stage. Steps to cleaning are: removal of debris and covering of equipment, pre-rinsing, rinsing, application of the alkaline, rinsing, application of the acid, rinsing, disinfecting. Each step is essential to your mission. The goal is to remove all visible and invisible deposits, including biofilm and germs. Removal of debris and covering of equipment. First, you must mechanically remove all debris and/or containers that will prevent the chemical products to come in contact with the surfaces that need to be cleaned. It is very important that you cover electronic panels or any other piece of equipment that must not get wet or come into contact with chemical products. Pre-rinsing. Remove all big pieces of meat or any garbage that will prevent you from doing a proper cleaning. Generally, this is done with a shovel or a high-pressure hose. Rinsing. Application of the alkaline solution. Apply the alkaline or chlorinated alkaline. This is normally applied as a foam. This step is to remove fat, blood, and meat deposits. Some factors influence the efficiency of products. Depending on soils to clean, there are different important factors to consider in order to improve results. You must consider the temperature of the product. Normally, the higher the temperature of the alkaline solution, the more efficient it becomes. Contact time of the product is important. Generally, the longer the chemical product is in contact with a surface, the better it cleans or removes the soil. Normally, a contact time of 3 to 5 minutes is adequate. It is essential to have thick foam to ensure there will be enough cleaning product. Sometimes, when soil is harder to remove, you need to use mechanical action to do a good job. 2 ways are recommended: padding, which consists of scrubbing surfaces with a sponge or brush, use of high pressure. It is important not to scatter or spread the soil to another surface while spraying. Concentration or dilution can vary depending on the product that is used or on the surface that needs to be cleaned. Some products must be used neat or non-diluted, while others are diluted at a low percentage from 1 to 5%. It is very important to use the right concentration for safety and economic reasons, and also to ensure that the clean surfaces are not damaged by any products that might be too aggressive. It is important to note that a product that is too concentrated will not necessarily clean better. A product at 10% concentration instead of 5% will not necessarily result in better cleaning. You must therefore work with the recommended concentration. Rinsing. Next, rinse to remove the alkaline solution and the soil. Please note it is very important to rinse thoroughly, as any alkaline product left on the surface will impact negatively on the performance of the disinfectant applied afterwards. Acid. If rust and/or scale must be removed, you must then apply an acid solution. Rinsing. Acid is then rinsed. Disinfecting. Apply disinfectant. As mentioned earlier, the role of the disinfectant is to kill all remaining germs. If the disinfectant is a no-rinse, it must not be rinsed as it will continue to kill the germs over a period of time. It is important to note that the method used to clean can impact on the quality and results of the cleaning. Different ways of applying the products are foaming. It is important to remember that a thick foam is necessary. Soaking is used when a longer contact time is necessary or when some parts are hard to reach. Circulation is used to clean piping or closed circuit systems. The product is pumped into the system in the hose and then circulated for a determined amount of time. The system is then emptied and rinsed with water to remove all chemical products. High pressure is used when it is available and when required. It is important to ensure not to scatter or spread soils to another surface. Scouring is the method used when deposits or soils cannot be removed using the previous methods. A little elbow grease can sometimes go a long way in removing these tough soils. In conclusion, the method used depends on the size of the parts to clean, on accessibility of the surfaces, on the position of the surfaces, and on the type of soil to be removed. Problems caused by inadequate cleaning. Many problems can appear. For example, if you notice purple haze on surfaces, white, gray, yellow deposits, or greasy-to-touch surfaces, the cleaning process needs improvements. Regarding the causes of the problem, blue haze, rust, pitting, deterioration of product, and red or brown deposits can be observed. Here is how to use the foaming machine. First, turn it on. Then it is very important to check if metering tips are in place to get the right concentration. Open suction valves for products. Open water entry valve. Open air entry valve. Adjust airflow to obtain thick foam. Apply foam on equipment, walls, and floor. Wait 3 to 5 minutes, then rinse. Here are some important safety procedures to follow. Inside the plant, never transport liquid products in open buckets. Never fill a container with a product if you are not absolutely sure that there are no other products in the container. Never mix products if the mix has not been pre-approved by your supervisor. Make sure your boots are perfectly waterproof at all times. Always wear all protective equipment. Wearing of safety glasses and gloves is mandatory when working with chemicals. That's it. We hope that this video will help make your work easier and help you better understand the importance of a proper cleaning. Don't forget, one day you might be eating a product that was produced in your plant. Thank you, and good cleaning.